What's going on, man? Look, let me say this, right? There's no such thing as a fucking black Hebrew Israelite. There is no such thing as a black Hebrew Israelite. If it's a black Hebrew Israelite, then you insinuate that there's a white Hebrew Israelite, an Asian Hebrew Israelite, you know what I'm saying? An Indian Hebrew Israelite. No, there's no such thing as a black Hebrew Israelite. When people say that, they're trying to say this is being an Israelite is being a part of a cult or an organization, and that's far from the fucking truth. An Israelite is a bloodline. You are an Israelite by bloodline, not by no organization, no religion, no none of that shit. It's a bloodline, culture, and heritage. There's no such thing as a black Hebrew Israelite. It's a Hebrew Israelite, an Israelite. Me, I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, not a black Hebrew Israelite. Do you understand that? Not a black Hebrew Israelite. I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Judah by bloodline, not religion, not an organization, not none of that. Understand what I'm saying? Not a religion, not an organization, by bloodline, DNA, genetics. That's how I'm an Israelite. So there's no such thing as a black Hebrew Israelite. When they say that shit, they try to say that, oh, it's just another organization or religious cult, none of that. No, it's not. It's a bloodline. No such thing as a black Hebrew Israelite. I'm an Israelite. Bloodline. What is it you don't understand? Bloodline, not a religion, not an organization. Bloodline, DNA, genetics, by blood. You can be a Christian, you're still an Israelite by blood. You can be a Muslim, you're still an Israelite by blood. You can be whatever you want to call yourself to be. You can be a goddamn atheist. You're still an Israelite by blood. You can worship the goddamn devil. You're still an Israelite by blood. You can wake up one day and say, hey, I want to be a dog. You're still an Israelite by blood. Bloodline, black people. Black Americans, the black people that got scattered to the four corners of the earth during the Atlantic slave trade. Yes, you. You're an Israelite by blood. I don't give a damn what you claim. You still an Israelite by blood. Understand that, okay? The same people that was with Moses when the Most High parted the sea, we are those people. We are those same people that was with Moses when the Most High parted the Red Sea and we left up out of Egypt. We are those people by bloodline. Understand that? Bloodline. The bloodline of King David, Solomon, Moses, everybody in the Bible, that's our bloodlines. Understand that, okay?
Damn. Okay, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and to the brothers that push this truth to the four corners. You say Shalom. Right? To the brothers and sisters, that listen and believe in this truth. You say Shalom to you. To the house of David, which by default is the kingdom of heaven. Right? 144,000. Right? We hope for elect, we say Shalom to you. Peace, love, and salutations. Okay? This is Daniela from Trinidad Camp. And I'm bringing a small edification, using this little video here with this, this JK. Obviously, he knows he's an Israelite, and, he brought a good message, and let's come to back it up a little more. Give a information to those that may now be coming into this truth, or even people that are in this truth for a long time but they don't really understand. One day they just pick up themselves and they say, you know what, I'm not part of this group anymore, I'm not part of this, I don't want to be this anymore. A lot of people, they come into this truth and they think that it's something that you can just stop being. No, it isn't. This thing that is going on, this awakening that is going on through the scriptures, right? This thing that is going on, this awakening people are awakening and realizing that, hey, we are the children of Israel. It's not something that you're gonna say, okay, nah, I don't wanna be one today. You know what? I just go back to being a Christian, yes. You know, to hell with whatever that black people Israelite thing. There's no such thing as the brother was speaking here. You know, I don't know what is his doctrine, but obviously he has the correct mindset of who he is, and you know, you can't just stop being a Hebrew Israelite. You know, when we go to the streets and we ask people, what is your nationality? Right? Sometimes we see someone and we know, all right, that they are Israelites, but you know they don't know the nationality like that. When you ask people the nationality, they would say something like, well, I'm a Trinidadian. Like myself, I'm from Trinidad, so I would, you know, I know that I'm an Israelite from the respective tribes, you know, of the Southern Kingdom, you know. Okay, so a lot of people would say, because they was born on a land, you know, you might be born in Tobago, you might be born in Guyana, Jamaica, one of these islands, you know, you might be born in the United States, or wherever the respective place that they're born, they would say that is the nationality. But really and truly, a nationality is not based upon a piece of land that you was born on, okay? You know, if I was to ask the question, okay, so if you was born out on the Pacific Ocean, what would you call yourself? Then everybody, then they go into the thinking caps, they pause, they don't know what to say, you know? So you have to understand your nationality and what it is. There are 18 nations in the Bible. You know, you go according to who your father is, you know what I mean? By the spirit, the scripture says the spirit, by the spirit you will know them, you will know my children, right? Which is the Israelites, you know. You would know who the Lord's chosen are, you know. Sometimes how they speak, sometimes they swag or they move, how they look. It's not really a color thing, you know. It's not about color. A lot of people they believe it's a color thing. That's why they make up this black Hebrew Israelite stuff. That is not in the scriptures. No one in the scriptures ever called themselves a black Hebrew Israelite. You know? That is people, as the brother said, people say those things, you know, to say that they're racist, or no, that it has nothing such as a black Hebrew Israelite. You see? And your nationality is based upon who your father's seed. You see? You trace back where your fathers came from according to the scriptures, you know? The pedigree is after your father. You know? Your nationality is not based upon a piece of land you was born on. Okay? We would say your citizenship is born is based upon where the land that you was born in. That is your citizenship, right? And you could prove it through the scriptures. Even Paul explained himself, and he told, you know, he said who he was, right? He spoke about him being a citizen of the Roman Empire, right? That is not his nationality. He also goes on to speak what nation he came from, right? As we all know, Paul, when he was Saul, you know, he was lost, and you know, when he got knocked off the horse, he he came back to his nationality, so to speak. He began to see the truth and see who he really was, right? So did Moses, so all the other prophets, okay? All the other prophets in the Bible. Now, that black Hebrew Israelite thing, it does not exist. Okay, when you go into the scriptures, tells you that. They go into 2 Corinthians 11 and 22. No one ever called himself a black Hebrew Israelite, you know. The 2 Corinthians 11:22. See that we call it. Say, are the Hebrews, so am I. Paul is explaining. He say, are the Hebrews, so am I. Are they Israelites, so am I. Are they the seed of Abraham, so am I. So Paul never went out and said he's a black Hebrew Israelite. That doesn't exist. People made up that nonsense, right? I'll get Acts. See if I can get Acts 22. Get it from here. Acts 22 and 25. I'm going to read it in the King James Version first, and then I'm going to read it in the New Word Translation, so you could get a better understanding of what it's saying, right? This is Acts 22 and 25. It says, and as, this is Paul, and as they bound him, he was arrested, right? With tongues, Paul said unto the centurions that stood by, is it lawful for you to scourge a man that is a Roman and uncondemned? He was asking, you know. We will get in the New English Translation as I finish here, right? When the centurion heard that, he went and told the chief captain, saying, take heed what thou doest, for this man is a Roman. Then the chief captain came and said unto him, tell me, art thou a Roman? He said, yea. And the chief captain answered, with a great sum obtain I this freedom. And Paul said, but I was freeborn, right? So let me get a better understanding of what Paul was saying here. Let me see. Is it English, the New English Translation, right? Say Acts 22 and 25. When they tied Paul down to lash him, because what they would do, the slaves. Let me read and I will explain it after. When they tied Paul down to lash him, they was going to beat him, right? With the scourge, with the whip, right? Paul said to the officer standing there, is it legal for you to whip a Roman citizen? Now remember, Paul called himself a what? An Israelite. But here he's saying what? He's a citizen. He's a Roman citizen. Say, is it legal for you to whip a Roman citizen who has even been tried? Who hasn't even been tried? Yeah, they was going to beat him without any trial, right? When the officer heard this, he went to the commander and asked, What are you doing? This man is a Roman citizen. You see that? So the commander went over and asked Paul, tell me, are you a Roman citizen? Question mark. And Paul said, yes, I certainly am. Paul replied, what should he say here? I am too. The commander said, yeah, I am a citizen also. Muttered. And he spoke them easy and say, yeah, I am too. The commander muttered. And it cost me plenty. Paul answered, but I am a citizen by birth. You see? Yes, wherever you are born, you are a citizen. That is not your nationality. Look what Paul said. Watch. Look what Paul said. Look what his nationality is. Look what he really. Look. Romans 11:1. Say then had the Most High cast away his people. The Most High forbid. It means no. The Lord didn't cast away his people. Hear what he say. Right? Look what he say. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham. Didn't we see that in Corinthians 11:22? Of the tribe of Benjamin. And then he went on to tell you what tribe he's from. That is his nationality. His citizenship is where he was born. Right? So, the brother here, he's correct. Right? When you're coming to this thing, you're coming to your nationality of who you are in this world. After that, you could be whoever you want. You are still, and it's come like you're saying, all right, I'm no longer a so-called black man. You can't do that. You could call yourself what you want. It doesn't matter. You are an Israelite of the respective whatever tribe. When you're coming to this and you're learning as an Israelite, you could do what you want, you know. You could fall out. You could call yourself a space alien from outer space. Nobody cares. You're still an Israelite, but it's a bugged out Israelite, that is all. You're just not claiming that you're an Israelite. Right? You know, that is just a little edification for you. You all that now coming into this thing and think that, okay, I can stop being an Israelite. No, I can stop being an Israelite and go back to being a Christian or go back to being a Muslim. No, you're just a Muslim who don't know you're an Israelite. That is all. That is what this is about. You cannot stop being an Israelite. You can stop being you can stop being an idiot. That's what you can do. You can't stop being what you are. That's a little humor there, you know. I hope this lesson was edifying in some way, you know. Hopefully it may help somebody that comes into the truth and gets understanding of what it's really about, right? You know. And with that, I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakah Kodash, which is the Holy Spirit, the Rakah Kodash. You mustn't forget that, you know. Salutations to the brothers that push this truth to the four corners, you know, the elders that taught us this truth. Firstly, right, the brothers and sisters that believe and follow this truth, and to the house of David, which by default is the kingdom of heaven, you say Shalom. Until next video, you know, this is Daniela from Trinidad Camp, saying Shalom.